Welcome to Catfish Weekly. Along with James Smith, I'm Lyle Stokes. James, we got three dandies sitting in the back. We're going to bring them in here in just a little bit. They're wound up like a couple of 8-day clocks, so we'll see how that works out with us. But I wanted to visit with you a little bit to see how you was doing after your episode with the tornado storm, hurricane, or whatever it was.
Yeah, we still got some cleanup. We got to wait till Thursday. Insurance company people will be here Thursday to assess and do their rigmarole, whatever they try to pull on you. And then the daggum cleanup starts, but it's supposed to start raining tomorrow. And I got about a 40 by 50, probably about a 40 by 20 foot high burn pile I'm getting ready to light up as soon as it starts raining here. So it is what it is. All the treetops and all like that, I got a heck of a pile. I'll be babysitting it for about 2 days. When I light it up, it's going to burn.
Yep. I understand. We don't have any of that, but we did have leaves all over our yard. I don't burn them. I just mow them up with the mower and push them out in the field behind the house and let them guys enjoy them. Late as it is in the year this year, don't look like they're going to bale it for hay and get the last cut off of it, so they might as well have the leaves out of my yard.
There you go.
They was going to put them anyhow, so it didn't really matter, but they could have got them without the leaves if they'd have got in gear. There's Sonny Parker, Maurice Cason, Mike Turner, Chrissy Brown, Creole Catfishing, Fishing with the Chad, Fin Seeker TV, Mike Turner, Wampus Cat, LG Bass, Couple Crosses Fishing, Betty or Brandon or both, Fishing with the Squirrel, Mike Greenwell, Mike Sampson, Tim Molina, James Beckett, Dieter Melhorn Fishing. Welcome, Dieter. Glad to have you in here.
Shameless Fishing, Creole, Tim. We got a bunch of them coming in here.
Bunch of them, and there'll be some more come in as we get started.
Yes, sir.
Wanted to touch on something here just right quick, and we'll bring Mark in. As many of you know, and I know, James, that you know, there's Avids in here and Pappy. I'm getting ready to go Thursday. I love that clear bottle with its orange where the green's supposed to be.
And I'm not sponsored by Sundrop.
I'm going in Wednesday to have my shoulder repaired. I got 3 of the 4. Dinks Outdoors. Thanks for joining us tonight, little buddy. I got 3 of the 4 tendons tore loose from my rotor cuff, and they're going to go in there and fix that Wednesday. Sometime Wednesday. I haven't got an exact time yet. And we don't know how bad it's going to be or anything. Usually I'm kind of messed up on medicine when they bring me out of them things. This will be the 3rd shoulder type deal I've had done like that. So I've asked Mark with Catfish and Crappie to come in and assist you, and you guys will do fine if I'm not able to make it in. And if I'm able to make it in and sit here and listen to you, the problem for me, James, is I'm right-handed, and this will be the first time that I'll be without my right hand. And to try to learn at 63 years old how to type left-handed when you never have had to do it all, and other things that you do, like writing and everything. And I got a feeling it's going to be a stretch for me to do a lot of that stuff. And of course, I'm going to be relying on Cindy. She's already helping me a great deal with some things as this has progressively got worse. But I thought it would be nice to bring Mark in tonight and let him join us for the show. And he's already helping Avid out, and he's doing some stuff on his own. He fished against James Docker the other day. We'll find out how that went here in just a little bit. But
yes, sir.
They had a really, really fun day and extremely entertaining, and that's why we do live stuff. So we're going to bring Mark in. Hey, Mark.
Hey, what's going on? How are you doing, James? How you doing, Lyle?
What's going on, buddy?
Man, how are you doing?
I've been doing good. I've been kind of apprehensive about coming on to talk about my dealings with that Mr. James Dockery. He handed it to me last week. Oh, man. If only I could have got a hold of him today, I'd have done a little better. But you know what? There was a little piece of media that was produced from that whole deal that I think is going to live on for a long time, and I'm just happy to be a part of that.
You know what, though? I know that you've heard me talk about this before, but when you guys was live that day, it was entertaining. And if you don't catch a fish and you're entertaining, people will still watch it. Now, if you're not entertaining, it doesn't matter how many fish you catch, nobody's going to stay with you very long.
Right.
But the entertainment factor has to be up there. And that's why Shad and James are so good on Thursday nights. It's
Absolutely.
not about catching fish. It's about keeping their viewers entertained. And they do. And I find that very refreshing and entertaining. But I watch them every week. And, of course, you and I visit with them quite a lot. They're a couple of clowns. But you know what? I would rather deal with that than a bunch of old prudes. And they're
Amen.
easy to deal with and get along with. And we have a great deal of fun with those guys.
We do have a lot of fun with those guys. Those guys are pretty good.
Absolutely.
Hopefully they're not watching this. I don't want them to hear all this because it's going to go right to their head, and we don't want that to happen.
Well, Katie already has to shoehorn James's head through the doors at the house every night. Anyhow, especially when he has them days where he's catching 25 or 30 crappie and bluegill. I mean, holy crap.
Or fishing in that barrel where he caught all them trout. Oh, can I say that?
Well, I don't know. That must be the roof of that barrel when he goes to set the hook and he whacked that roof. I tried to put that on the thing for the beginning of the show tonight, and it wouldn't let me do it. I wanted to do that. I thought I'd get over on old James a little bit. It didn't work out. But, maybe next time. I'll figure it out and see if I can.
The week is still young. We'll see what we can make happen.
Heck yeah. Anything you want to tell anybody before we get started with the show? Anything you want to tell anybody?
I am going to continue doing the show on Friday nights for the rest of the month, and then I'm going to consider trying to figure out when I can shoehorn the show into the week someplace, probably a later time spot, and we're going to go from there. I'm going to keep doing Nightlines Live, and I'm going to do I do that whole Geared Up show, which I've only done a couple episodes, but I got a lot of stuff that I need to done, so I figure I'm going to do that, kind of kill two birds with one stone, entertain people while I'm doing the things that I do when I'm getting ready to go fishing, which is nothing that anybody else doesn't do. But it's nice to have people keep you company, and if you can learn something or teach me something along the way, all the better. And plus, we have a lot of fun doing it.
Absolutely. And you've been doing a bang-up job, don't you think so, James?
Yes, sir. Yeah, kudos to him. It's some people come in here and they've got a knack for it. Some people don't. Some people really ain't comfortable talking to crowded people, and they try. And kudos to them, kudos to everybody.
Yep.
But then some people just got a knack. And Mark, I'll say you're one of the people that's got that knack of giving good information and being entertaining at the same time. So hats off to you, my friend.
I appreciate that more than I can ever express. So coming from you guys, that's great. I might have different feelings, and if you talk to my wife, she might have different opinions on all that too. So.
Well, our wives always have that different opinion, so we get used to that.
God bless them. Mine keeps me grounded, which is good.
Yeah.
There you go.
Sonny Parker says Dockery is an angry dumber boy.
No one disagree. No one's disagreeing.
No, I don't hear no disagreements through it at all, but I just thought I'd mention that. There's Catfishing Katie Collins, avid fisherman. Justin's Fishing Fetish, Glenn's Catfishing Adventures, Epic Catfishing. David Martin, welcome to the show.
David's out on the boat right now.
He is. That's awesome.
He's sending me pictures of catfish right now.
I saw that right before I logged in. I saw him get that flathead live.
Dieter says he's shy on camera. Yeah. I haven't really noticed that about Dieter, but maybe I'm missing. Oh, Junior Proctor's in here. The man that makes one of the best planer boards that's ever been put on the market.
Agreed.
Yeah, I like them. I can't wait to get to use them.
I got a message from James Dockery, private message on the thing. I'm not going to repeat it, but I just
Katie Collins just ordered a set of bobbers from me. She should be getting them. I put them in the mail first thing this morning. She ought to get them in a day or two. They get there pretty quick.
On that just a little bit, James. I know that you have something new in the bobber industry, and to tell you, those bobbers are awesome. I dearly love them, and everybody that I know of that's tried them think the world of them. So tell us what the next step in catfish bobbers for you is going to be.
Well, I wasn't thinking. My dumb-tail brought up the green ones instead of the orange or the blue or the pink, so you won't be able to see these are the new, improved, invisible bobbers. You know, you can't see so, yeah, my dumb-tail brought green ones, but I wasn't thinking. But, guys, listen, I want your opinion on it. These are the real ones. Can't hear nothing. These are the new, improved. What do you think about a rattling bobbers, guys?
Man, I think rattles will assist them. If it attracts one fish out of every 10 times that you take them out, it's a home run.
I agree. I use weighted rattling bobbers for crappie, and they've upped the game big time. They'll hit it once. If they miss them, they'll come back. They're the little fill ones. They rattle just a little bit. If they miss it, they'll come back and hit it a second, maybe even a third time. So I imagine catfish should do the same thing.
Oh, I have to think so.
Yeah, I mean, you can use these bobbers from striper or anything and throw that live bait out, and if it's rattling up there just enough to draw attention to it, if it's something that'll make a fish look, think, whatever, what's that noise, then you've accomplished something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you're onto something, James. I think those will work out really well for you. I hope you sell 1 million of them.
Well, I'll put them on the market tomorrow. I just wanted to mess with them and get some opinions on them, rattles or no rattles. So, you know, I just wondered, would they spook fish or would they not? I don't know.
No.
But now that he said that about a crappie, then, hey, that's
they're not going to spook anything.
Catfish don't give a darn. I'd use a little worse word, but this is a family show. They don't care.
I'll tell you what, let's do a little sample here. I'm going to read off some more names of people that's come in to our chat, and you guys voice your opinion in chat or whether you think those rattles will attract or help the fishing or not, and we'll read off a few more names.
I know Kentucky Catman said I need to get a hold of the people that redfish. I didn't know they'd use bobbers for redfish.
I didn't either, but that's a great idea.
I have a bag of 100 of them that Hagen Grubbs uses for floats, rather, as another option for floating larger baits. And when they set up those redfish rigs, they're kind of like the Kirby rigs. They make a lot of noise when you shake them back and forth. So they kind of have the same effect.
Very good. Mike Irwin, Palmetto Cats, 1 Ton Catfishing Club, Setting Hooks and Crossing Eyes, Joe Buck 66 LG Bass. Let's see, Mike Turner, Norm with Catfish Headhunters, Fin Seeker TV, Chunky Cats Fishing. Let's see if I'm missing anything else. Rex Blocker, Half Crazy Catfish, Jason Ward, Northeast Kansas Fisherman. Ace is in here. Did I miss any? I know I always do miss some people, and we're sorry about that, but sometimes there's a Team Camo Fishing. Sometimes you guys in chat go so fast that we can't keep up with it, and I didn't see him, but somebody is mentioning Hagen Grubbs. So Hagen, if you were in chat, thank you so much for joining the show. We appreciate it. Buckeye Catfishing.
Setting Hooks and Crossing Eyes.
Mike Lewis, Team Whisker Tickler.
I sent a new name in here. Somewhere. Team Camo Catfishing.
Yep, that was the new one. There's Hagen. Fishing with the Chad. Kentucky Catman Outdoor Adventures. Sexton Outdoors. That's a new one. Thank you for joining us.
Check them out, guys. Share up the bait.
All right.
Check out their channels.
Gentlemen, I had come up with this idea with all the COVID and all the stuff that's going on. There was a lot of tournaments and competitive competitions in our sport that left us at the beginning of this year. Now, some of them come back a little bit as the summer went on and seemed like things was loosening up. But now that it's coming back with a vengeance, or we're just more aware of what's going on, something that I've noticed that has become really popular since Chad come up with this couples tournament on YouTube that we're all familiar with, is online entertainment, competitive type catfishing. And it wouldn't necessarily have to be catfishing, but that's what we do for the most part, except Mark. He does crappie as much as catfishing. But what do you guys think about what is this something that's here to stay? I believe it is.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I think this opens, rather than having to get out and go to these events and drive, spend the money if it's staying at a hotel room, you can do it right on your home waters. That'll give you an advantage, a disadvantage, whatever it is, but still you get to be a part of something that's a heck of a lot of fun. I don't see why anybody, that was shy to tournament fishing couldn't do something like this, whether it's a 1-versus-1 like me and Dockery did this week, which I hope to do more of, and or the couples tournament. And I know there's some other stuff that's in the works. I don't see why anybody that doesn't have some sort of interest in it wouldn't take advantage of
I think it's going to be a game even across the board. You're going to have some people that are just getting familiar with our waters that maybe want to jump into that scene, but yet are scared to travel because they've never been on those waters. Some waters are more dangerous than others. So they can enter into a tournament, fish their own home waters. Yeah, that water might not hold 100-pound fish, but in a tournament, it might not be the 100-pound fish that wins it. It might be 230s or a 20 and a 10 that might win it. So it can even the board real quick by people being able to fish their own home waters.
I agree 100%. And it's a great way to get new people into the sport.
Yep.
People that have wanted to do it and didn't want to spend the amount of money it takes to be in competitive fishing or couldn't afford to do it. It appears to me, especially taking off like it has, that this is going to be a more inexpensive way to get involved with that.
And more accessible to everybody.
And more accessible. What do you say we bring Chad Fields in, a guy that come up with an idea for the YouTube online couples tournament?
Absolutely.
Chadwick, welcome to Catfish Weekly.
Hello, my beautiful subjects. Hello. Hello. How y'all doing there tonight?
You might have been around Dockery a little too long.
I've been begging you guys to step in. Intervention. I just need an intervention.
Well, like Jerry Clare, somebody shoot up amongst us. Both of us need some relief up here.
Somebody needs some, for sure. Chad, we're going to talk a little bit. You come up with the idea for the online couples tournament. Personally, I think it was an outstanding idea. It was extremely well run. Everybody had a great time, except those of us that had boat trouble or didn't catch fish or whatever the problem was. But it was still a ton of fun. You got a lot of publicity out of it, and I know that there's some things in the works now. In your opinion, does this appear to be something that's going to take off and advance?
I think so. I've actually been approached by a couple other people that weren't in it, asking me about some different things. There's definitely a change, like Mark was just talking about, of people that can't travel to some of these tournaments or that sort of thing. I think you're talking about the entertainment factor of it. There's a lot of people that really that can't get out and like to watch these other guys fish all the time. So being able to watch somebody during a tournament, I think it really just amplifies. Now there will be people there's people that's talking about how it's better on the fish. We can weigh them, we can measure them, we can count them, and we can put them right back in the water instead of a holding tank. There's different things that people do like about it. And to me, if we put a tournament together where there was 10 or 15 of us, that factor of people going where you can't see them, you take that out. You take that out of the equation, and you're actually more legitimate as well, right?
Well, for one thing, I really like the idea of not weighing the fish, counting numbers of fish. Now, I realize that Creole kind of run away with that, but it might not be that way the next time. But in my opinion, that takes away from somebody jerking around on the scales and getting a false reading. It does away with the fact that every scale, none of them weigh exactly the same, even the same brand. The numbers deal goes completely away from that. Now, if it got to the point where you thought you had to do scales and weigh fish, then you would have to get certified scales. They'd have to all be alike, and all the participants would have to have a set of those in the boat, kind of like they do with Major League Fishing. But then again, they have a guy that runs the scales, keeps track of everything, has a little online computer. There's so many places I know in my area, and you guys can talk about this too, that you go out fishing for catfish and you may or may not have a signal.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was definitely a downfall of this one, of the couples tournament, is not knowing if you would have service or not. I mean,
except Sonny, he had service all day.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's that does, and I mean, like we're on the kayaks, they measure the fish.
Mm-hmm.
Not every tape is measured the same. If you cut wood, you'll know real quick you use one tape measure for all your cutting or you'll screw up. So, and it takes, to me, the numbers actually makes it idiot proof. Basically, I mean, I hate to say it that way, but it pretty much makes it idiot proof.
Yeah.
Now, there's going to be some races going to turn on and you're going to do a lot better than others. Like Creole, he was just on the numbers. He was.
He's on fire.
Yeah. He was on fire. But like you said, Lyle, he can go back there tomorrow and them fish might be in a total different spot and he'll strike out and the next person get onto him. But now, if he makes it 2 or 3 years in a row, now we might have to go down there and dynamite his dadgum catfish.
We'll retire him.
Make him take one of his living.
He'll be limited to one rod.
I'll just treat him like I did Dockery. Every time Dockery opened his mouth, I had to change the rules.
That was kind of funny, though. But, Laura and Jeremy, they was on the fish, and congratulations, and they done a bang-up job. But that could change. I know that he seems to think that place is like that most all the time. Maybe it is, but I've never seen a place that was like that every time you went.
No.
Some time or another, it'll have a time when it's not quite as good.
Well, and if that spot right there is a good holding spot for right after the little ones are growing up, it might always hold fish that time of year, though, Lyle.
Yeah, it very well could be. It's behind a dam, and the way I explain dam fishing to a lot of people that's asked me over the years, it's the biggest piece of structure in the river. It has the most oxygen and the most bait fish around it. Why would you not want to fish there?
Yep.
That's my take on them. I understand that Doc Lang is in the house. Welcome, Jay. Doc, we appreciate you coming in and listening to us run off at the mouth a little bit. Stan Smith's in here, little buckets of sunshine. I'm trying to get everybody, but I'm sure I'm missing some.
Oh, yeah. There's a good crowd in here. I appreciate everybody coming in and supporting us. And, check out these two guys' channels, guys. They putting out some good content and a lot more to come. But that idea, that couples tournament, Chad, I'll give you that. That was a good idea. I know it's going to grow, and it might overwhelm you. Next year, you'll be able to say, "Holy moly, what have I done got into?" But
that happens
you
in
got
tournaments.
you got 3 other people right here that are willing to help you with that any way that we
Absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely.
And this one for a moment did, and thank God for Mark stepping in that Sunday because there ain't no way I could have done it.
That was
Yep.
fun. I had a blast doing it. It was a good
Yeah,
time.
we enjoyed you doing it because it gives Chad a chance to actually fish. Because when you do tournaments and run them, it doesn't take very long till you realize you can't run them and fish them. It didn't take long at all till you'll figure that out.
Mhm.
It happened to us, and that was one of the reasons why we decided 10 years was long enough to do them. But I do have another question for you.
Hmm.
Do you have anything that you can tell us about what's going to take place in the future of what you're doing?
Well,
And I understand
we-
that some of this stuff you don't want to elaborate
Right.
on, but if
Well,
there's something you can tell
I
us.
do have 3 or 4 definite ideas that I want to do in the next few months. I just have to watch my timing of when I can do them. Right now, for me, this is the busiest time of year. Lyle, you'll understand, being Santa Claus, that this is, the most, trying to deliver all these packages. That's what I do for a living, right? Picking up and delivering. Not as many as you do. Not as many as you do,
I
but
understand. You've
it's
been
very,
talking
very
about
busy
for
time.
way too long.
And if I do it, I want to be able to put in the effort and do it right. I don't want to, slack on it.
Yeah, I understand, and
Yep.
I do get the fact that some of the stuff that's going to be taking place is going to be different, and it's down the down low. But it's not going to really make me mad if you don't get anything going to spring, simply because I'm going to be down to spring, and I'm just like everybody else. I want to be in on it too,
right.
And
Oh yeah.
but if you say you roll up something and can put one together for December or January, and I'm not ready, I would be happy to help you like Mark did in that role, or anything else I can do, promote it or whatever to make it successful, because I want you to succeed in this. I told you from the beginning, I think this is one of the best ideas and one of the next up and coming things in our sport, and I'll help you any way I can. Even after that, if I need to do something where I'm not fishing it and just sit back and help you, I'd be happy to do that.
I mean, it's not like you catch anything, anyways. I mean,
Wait,
Correct.
Sandy might put his butt to drive in the boat.
The bait shop,
Yeah.
right? Catfish Weekly.
I talked to my brother today, and I said, if I can get this gas tank deal straightened out in my boat, maybe I can pull it up there if it's not too cold one of these days, and take him and let him and Cindy and Carolyn go fishing, and maybe I can drive the boat. But that remains to be seen as of now, and how long it's going to be before I can even do that. So we'll see.
Yep. Well, you all in our prayers, Lyle. So hopefully
Well, I
you get a
appreciate
speedy
that.
recovery.
I just want to see everybody do good and succeed and have good times, and like I say, I'm very optimistic about what you got going and proud of what you put together, Chad, and we're wishing you the very best.
Yeah,
I
because there's a
appreciate
lot of eyes on you right now, Chad. There's a lot of eyes on that tournament.
so.
They watched it, and I think you got a good thing going. Sometimes you do have to keep it on the down low, because if certain people out there in the industry find out of something that they figure out how to make money off of it, then they're going to grab your idea and they're going to run with it. So right now,
100% correct.
And
you've
that's
got a lot of
definitely,
people that's watched you
Yeah.
and really love what you've done with it.
yeah, and that's definitely, one thing I definitely don't want to make that into is, like, even if we decided to do small pots or something like that, I'm not in it to make the money off of that stuff. That whole tournament we did raise some money. And it was for good causes.
It was.
Right,
It was for
exactly.
extremely good causes. I
absolutely.
want to thank everybody for the thumbs up. And if you don't mind, if you like the content and what we're doing with Catfish Weekly, go ahead and hit that thumbs up. It would be great if you would share the feed out to your friends so they can see it. Be sure to like us on Facebook and like and subscribe on our YouTube channel.
Yep. Yep. And guys, I'll mention it right quick, Lyle. There's another app out there for social media. It's called MeWe. I just got signed into it. My page over there, actually just my name. I hadn't built a page. I just got signed into it right before we got on here. So I hadn't checked it out, but I got a couple of buddies been on it over a year. They like it. It's just another platform. So you might want to check it out. It might be a different platform that you can get your names out there. Right now, it's a young market, but they already got over 9 million people on this platform. So it's growing good. And it's worth checking out, guys. And plus, they don't censor you if you say the wrong mess.
That's good. SK Crappie Catfishing Adventures, welcome, my friend. Northeast Kansas fisherman. I have had 2 of these surgeries previous. This will be the 3rd one, but the only one on the right-hand side. Like I say, I'm a little apprehensive about this because I can't do hardly anything left-handed, and that's the only option I'm going to have. That's why it was so important to me to find somebody to help James, because I'm not sure how much of it I'm going to be doing, and if I make Cindy mad, I'm going to really be in trouble.
Yeah, you're going to be trouble.
That'd be like James and Katie.
Well, Dockery lives
over the head, it'd be over for him.
Dockery lives close enough to you. You can just have Katie drive him up there and take care of you. Just get it on video.
Yeah,
I'd have to have it
would have it on video.
Yeah, I'd have to have it on video. Can you imagine me with one arm and the other not working right and having Dockery run around making fun of me all day? Come on, man.
Yeah, you can't swing at him with nothing. You're just going to have to be kicking, and minding your tail's a little bit too old to be trying to kick anything but ankles.
Yeah, I haven't doing none of that. I'm not doing any of that. We just have to tolerate him and
there you go
on. But I'm pretty sure that James and I could get along for a day without too much trouble.
Oh yeah.
I would pay to see that, a day of you two together.
Mr. Gadget, I'm drinking Sundrop in the invisible bottle. Mr. Gadget won't know what I was drinking. That's a Carolina drink. Invented right here in North Carolina.
One ton says they're going to call me right cheek. They called that other buddy his left cheek. That was so funny in their live feed the other day. It was really good. Well, Chad, what do you think about? I'm going to ask you this because I'm getting ready to bring another guy in here in a little bit. But I know that you got in on parts of the James Dockery Catfish and Crappie fish off last week, where they was both fishing in 2 different places. And Dockery beat the hell out of that dock roof, but he caught a bunch of trout. I mean, he caught a bunch of trout.
He did.
Now, I think that I call them grudge matches. And I thought that was also very entertaining.
I did too. And not to just because of the little, I don't know what you would call that little 7-second snip that's going around Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and all these other social medias. I think that's going to be once people really start sharing that out. So if you are friends with any of us on Facebook, make sure you share it out. It needs to be seen by more people.
Yeah,
but I do agree. I thought it was a very fun thing of having 2 people mano a mano going at it like that.
Now, Mark, you're in Illinois.
I am.
And now you're up around, how close to Chicago are you? You're pretty close.
I'm like 30 miles outside of Chicago.
Yeah.
I'm one of the suburbs. I'm one of the northwestern suburbs.
Okay. So, and James, he's in northeast Missouri. It's not really close. He's an hour or so, I think. We'll find out in a minute. An hour or so from the Mississippi River, but he's pretty far north. And actually, up until last year, I didn't know he had a place up there to catch trout. And when he did try to catch them, he'd catch 1 or 2 a day. And Jolene would catch the most of them. And Katie, he didn't catch hardly any, but he made up for it the other day. I think he was saving all them bites up just for you.
I think so too.
I know.
Yeah.
I kind of felt like I was getting set up because he was really, really pushing hard to do this that day.
He definitely
So,
seemed to, from every other time we've seen him fish up until that point. And your bobber, the whole story about the whole bobber having the rattles and stuff, Dockery might be onto something. He hit that roof more times than he caught fish.
That's
So
a
if
good
you
point.
can imagine, he might have been calling them bad boys in.
Guys, I got to tell you, I keep getting these nasty messages on Facebook. So what do you say we bring him in here and let him defend himself a little bit?
You might be asking for trouble.
Hi,
Hey,
James.
Mr. Dockery.
Uh-huh.
So, first of all, I have outfished 3 of you this year. So,
Not me.
fight me. Hey, you didn't want to go one-on-one the other day, so that's on you. And
I was at work.
it doesn't matter. Not my fault. And for those of you that think this show is entertaining and all that, I might have a show Wednesday morning. Let's just say it involves a lot of tinsel, some Christmas lights, a wheelchair, and the University of Columbia Hospital.
Oh, that's just mean. I wouldn't do you that way if you was down and out.
Yes, you would, and you know it. And Cindy's already said that she's going to put the locks on that wheelchair, and you're not going to be able to roll away. And if you do try to roll away, you're just going to go in circles.
The amount of stuff that they'll have me on when I come out of there, I don't imagine I'm going to care one way or the other.
And see, and we're all going to benefit from that.
You
Yeah,
all
yes.
will. I'm quite sure of that. Yeah.
We got to talk Cindy into recording everything he says.
Oh, I'm gonna go live.
Live?
Oh,
I'm just
As long
gonna
as
sit
I
around
can
and
download and
circles.
edit it.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I would not do you that way.
Oh, the shirt. It's just a Chevy Fish outdoor shirt. Sorry, guys. Nothing special today. So, but no, you guys were talking about the tournament, Chad's tournament, and that was awesome. I mean, and I say it was Chad's tournament. I had nothing to do with it except for catching all them silver catch, which I'm still protesting and going to court over because I want them counted. But no, I'm not going to accept it. I'm fighting this. But and the one-on-one with Mark, I honestly, I didn't expect to do as well as I did, but I did.
It was your day.
And
Yeah,
it
your
was
day.
my day. The luck was on my side. But I honestly think that those type of shows are going to be in the future.
I thought so.
I had a blast doing it, even though I was like
Oh, yeah.
mercilessly beaten it. I had so much fun hanging out with you, Dockery. I always do, and I highly recommend if anybody wants to have fun doing that, go ahead and do it. If you don't have a YouTube channel, you don't have access to live stream, ask one of us. We'll host you on our channels. You want to call out your buddy or something? I don't see why we can't make this happen.
That's
I
right.
agree.
But
One
I mean,
time-
it's just, but that's something that everybody needs to make sure that they understand. This is just for fun.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
You can sit over here and chat, and you can call people out, and you can trash talk and all that stuff. But if you get your feelings hurt because somebody, starts trash talking you back, this game's not for you, folks.
No,
Walk away.
That's exactly right.
I can see the challenge is coming. I
Yeah,
can see
I
the
can,
challenge is coming.
I see that One Ton Fishing Club wants to know, were there any angry fishing shirts on?
No,
No.
not yet.
Not yet. That's the key
No.
word, yet.
Now you can order them. I've been told.
I understand that you can go to Fishing with the Chads Facebook page, and there's a place to get them through Teespring.
Yeah, that's
Somehow they ended up on my Teespring. Don't know where the design came from. I looked on my Teespring there. They were there.
what I find fascinating is the socks. Why the socks, man?
Dude, I'm trying to play the fifth. I don't have a clue. There's angry face fishing socks. Who would have known?
Just diversifying. Anything
That's
to
just-
make a couple bucks.
Angry leggings yet?
I didn't see him on there, but you never know what may end up on there. But you got to keep your feet warm. It's getting cold outside.
You do.
No, but I really do though. I mean, the entertainment factor, it has to be there. You can't have dead air. You can't have pauses in your show. You can't have Krampus, getting all grumpy because people want ice fishing rods. That just bottoms a show out and right.
James, here I am trying to help these guys out and promote them a little bit and talk about something that they all love. And what do? They get on me, James.
Listen, we're trying to help you, Lyle. You are literally sitting on a gold mine. I mean, I have given you ideas. Chad has given you ideas. Mark has given you ideas, and you just blow us off.
That's right.
Because he's grumpy.
Tell him to go buy him a Doc Damon, Lyle.
What's that?
Tell him to go buy him a Doc Damon and quit whining.
That's
No,
right.
it's because it's not a Krampus cane, all right? It's not made, by some little 4-foot angry man sitting there painting candy cane stripes on a fishing rod.
No, that'd be
Don't
you.
make me spit my sun drop out.
I mean, honestly, Lyle's going to need something to do once he gets to where he can do the rehabilitation on his shoulder. I think that would be good practice, wrapping those those Krampus canes.
Oh boy!
But see, Chad, I think we're actually going about this the wrong way. All right. Now we all know Lyle does not run that household. Okay, Cindy runs that household. Now I think what we ought to do is be getting a hold of Cindy and telling her, look, your guys are sitting on a gold mine, and Lyle's just not having any of it. He could take you out to nice dinners, buy you a new boat, fancy cars. If he would just listen to us.
I like it.
So maybe we should start going that way.
So what you're saying is treat him like we do you. We go to Katie, not you.
Yeah,
We'll go to
exactly.
Cindy now. Okay.
Exactly. That's how
I think we should know this by now.
I would never bypass you and go directly to Katie, James.
Oh, I would.
Hold on a second. Hold on. Let me ask him this. Would you bypass me and go to one of my kids?
I would do that. Yeah,
More importantly, have you done that?
I have done that. Yeah, and I have went to Katie before too.
Yeah, see, that's the problem that we're having. See, she's over here chuckling and giggling because she knows she's behind all this also. So
and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what strengthens your marriage.
Man,
No,
I'm sitting here looking at all y'all's pictures, and I feel like I've been left out. Y'all didn't tell me y'all was hat coordinating tonight.
I'm just thinking the same thing.
I'll be honest. I seen Lyle and I seen Mark come in with his on, and I was wearing my B&M, and I said, I ran in the living room quick, and I was like, D, give me your hat. I need it.
See, mine's all the way down at the house, so I ain't running.
I feel honored, man. You guys can wear them all you want. I'm happy to see them every time.
I was honored to receive it, buddy.
I'm glad you guys all like them.
Absolutely. I've got a hat that a friend.
I
of
wanted
mine-
to ask James something real quick. James, I remember when I was on the very first bait shop, and when Chad May had to make his own catfish and crappie hat, and you helped me undermine him by connecting me directly with D. So don't complain about us going to Katie.
Uh-oh.
That's true.
Uh-oh.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Of course you don't.
Dockery was the official around to the wife person. So he opened up the door to everybody else to do the same.
Hold on a second. To be honest, I asked you if I could send you a friend request, and you were like, oh, sure. And I'm like, thanks. And 5 minutes later, it dawned on him, wait, this may not work out in my favor. And you know what? It really hasn't. It really hasn't.
Because I am a very kind soul, and it took me a minute to realize what I was dealing with.
And how bad you screwed up.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
So, yeah.
man.
That's why I do not give out any information, because wives will use anything they can, because they don't forget it. They'll use anything they can on that days when you think you got the upper hand.
Yeah, but I'm gonna tell you something. Your online friends will use that information a lot more than that wife will. Trust me.
Yeah, there's too many miles in between you and them.
That's a fact. That is a fact. Okay, now
I didn't do it.
when's the next competition coming between James Dockery and Mark?
When's the next one?
Or is there going
I
to be
would-
one between? I think
Actually,
there should be
what I
one
was-
between Chad and Dockery.
we can do a chat in Dockery, and I'll be happy to host it and do a play-by-play for that.
I'm thinking that would be.
I was going to say, you might want to ask Mark, does he ever want to put himself through a smackdown like that again?
Way to deflect, Chad. Way to deflect, Chad.
I mean, we call that getting creoled. So
I may go live and stream directly to your phone tomorrow just while you're at work to upset you for that one.
Well, here's what I think about that. Whack,
Whack.
whack, whack.
oh, there's another one. Oh, there's another one.
James, was you fishing in a barrel?
No, that dock was. They lowered that dock. That's what that was. I contacted the conservation department and I was asking them about that, and he's like, "Yeah, we went out and lowered the roof of that dock about 4 foot and didn't tell anybody."
Well, they had to do that after they repaired the roof.
Yeah, they charged you for that too, didn't they?
Almost.
In a sunroof.
It has a skylight in it, though. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
Oh man, I really think that we need to get
Hold on.
this James Dockery and Fishing with the Chad competition up and going, where there's one of them in one spot, say up in northern Missouri, and the other one down in BFE, Kentucky, and make this happen.
Well, I may be on vacation next week, and the challenge may come.
I think that's good. We need to get that out so everybody can be ready to do that. And
Hey, Lyle, I do have something kind of important to talk about.
okay.
For those of you that do not know, and I'm not gonna call any names out or anything like that, but one of us on this screen right now made a video here a while back, and there's a mistake in it.
Probably me. I mean,
No.
I'm probably out of this. I ain't made one in a while.
I want some people to go back and watch our videos.
oh,
Oh, yeah. See,
I know what you're talking about.
now. So, but you guys just kind of scan through, see who's recent.
I'll tell you.
videos.
No, I'm going to sweeten the pot here. If they go
Uh-oh.
through our videos and they find this mistake that I know you're talking about, I will give them a catfish and crappie hat.
You know what? I'll tell you what, Mark. When you send them a catfish and crappie hat, Katie's going to be making up some angry face decals this week. You let me know who it is, and I will send them one angry face fishing decal also.
I know exactly what James is talking about. So if you guys go on this Easter egg hunt and find the one mistake, it's an honest mistake, not
It
a
is
purposeful
honest
mistake.
Right? And
The first one to get it wins the prize.
And I will let you guys know right now, it was not me smacking that dock.
That was a mistake, all right.
verification of who it was after.
I
after
know
the
you didn't
first
do that
person.
on purpose.
Beat the crap out of that dock. You should feel
That was
bad.
a remodel. That's all that was.
Mm.
He might be like the old fisherman. He might be on to something, knocking on that dock to bring them fish in. That's how he does them white perch. He'll beat on the bottom of his boat and stir them white perch up.
Hey, whatever works.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It must have worked on that trout.
Heck yeah.
You guys, whenever I do good, you guys are like, oh, he's doing this, he's doing that. Justin's saying some pay pond or something like that. Justin doesn't even fish anymore. I mean, so no one really listens to Justin. But you guys can fish the same way. Just go out and fish.
There you
Yeah.
go.
There you go.
Get off the couch, huh?
That's
Don't
right.
do it under a roof.
Don't
Yeah.
do it under a roof. Apparently.
Have
And
you
more-
checked your rods to make sure you didn't chip them?
Oh no, I checked them. I checked them as we were leaving. But that jig head is beat to hell, man. It's just flat.
That it's a flat head now, not a rounded head, ain't it?
That's right. They're down there and stand straight up like this on the bottom. It'll set perfect.
Michael Murillo, I don't know what they're talking about actually, so
I don't either.
I'm hoping it wasn't me.
Well, you guys are just gonna
We explained it. I know what it is. James knows what it is, and I believe Chad knows what it is. Obviously,
I do.
It's
It
an
has been
honest
pointed
mistake.
out.
There's not. You're gonna have to watch closely to figure it out. And if someone comes across it, keep it to yourself and contact one of us.
There you go.
first person, and we're all connected. And the
Yep.
first person that gets a hold of one of us and says, "Hey, this is what it is. If you've got the right answer, it's yours."
That's a pretty nice hat. And having a James Dockery catfish and
Angry face.
angry face decal, it don't get much better than that unless you get one where he's going whack.
Whack.
I'll put that on the bottom of that decal. Whack.
Can we make like a little stuffed Dockery doll that makes noise when you squeeze it?
Oh,
We'll be out till next
Wait.
year, Mark. And we're still working on
What was the weekend angler that those bobbleheads? I think they could put them little chips in it where they make noises, and we'll just hear that.
Noise?
Have that. You know,
Here's one of the better posts of the night. What does James Dockery and Rodney Dangerfield have in common? Neither gets any respect.
That is honestly true.
It is. Thank you, Kentucky Big Cats and Bourbon. That was awesome. But you
I
like
have
it.
to understand now.
you're going to have to make your ringtone for James Dockery. Whack, whack, whack.
Yep, I agree.
I'm gonna tell you something. There's somebody probably watching tonight, and if the video was to ever go viral, it's because she's claiming that she has watched that about 1 million times already.
Betty
And
Jean has watched it a lot.
well, I wasn't going to call her out because I actually had to
would.
give her. I had to give her an angry face the other day because the comment she made on one of the posts. So I don't like doing that, but some of you deserve the angry face.
She contacted me about that when it was first seen, and she says, "Can you loop that?" I said, "I don't know, but I'm gonna give it a try. It's a great idea." And I sent it to her, and I forgot to change the format. The first 2 or 3 times I'd send it to her, and she couldn't see it. And I could tell it was getting under her skin because she was wanting to see it really bad. Then I finally figured out that I hadn't changed the format. And I sent it to her, and she said, "Oh my God, I've watched it about a dozen times. Stop." So yeah, it was a lot of fun. It really was.
I'm only here apparently for your all entertainment.
That's why we keep you around.
Yeah,
exactly.
Betty says that was her first ever Dockery angry face.
It was.
Rio says it's an honor to get one.
I've gotten so many, I got used to it.
Oh yeah, me too.
Yeah.
There's nobody
I
has.
heard an echo too.
I think Creel's gotten a couple. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure. So
Yeah, I've got a couple, all right.
that's not what I'm sending you, Lyle.
Yeah,
You know it.
I'm pretty sure you're right about that.
Y'all guys ain't right.
Yeah,
That's
no.
one
he's
good
not
thing
right.
about James and Chad and Mark. It's all entertainment.
It
You can
is.
come on here, even if you've had a bad day, you're going to end up smiling. You're going to end up laughing. You end up about spitting your sun drop on your computer screen. And it's good, wholesome fun that the whole family can watch.
That's right.
And listen, seriously, if you can't have fun, what's the point in doing it, guys? Honestly,
There you go.
Exactly right. That's
I mean,
Yep.
with everything else going on, just laugh it off. Nothing you can do about it.
Nope.
So we just move on.
That's exactly right. for the people that don't know, we're pretty tight. We get along, even though we pick on James and he gives us angry faces. At the end of the day, we're still good friends, and everybody's happy. Nobody's mad at the other one. And I used to have a friend of mine that I'd teased about the Cubs and the Cardinals, and people would send me messages and say, "That old man's going to drive over there and beat your ass one of these days." And Ron Worcester and I was as close as all of you guys and me. We were great friends, but people thought that we was mad at each other all the time, and we was just having ourselves a blast. And it went on until he passed away, and I miss him dearly, but I'll never forget the fun that we had, just like I won't forget the entertainment that we had.
There you go.
Thank you. That's awesome.
Yep. Like I said, I want to have fun. I mean, and if I'm not having fun, I'm not going to watch your show. And there's some shows that I watch every week that I can't comment in. I'm, playing games with Katie and Jolene or something like that. But guys, I'm watching your show every week.
Yeah.
I've got my set schedule. Unless SK Crappie Adventures or Catching Adventures has got a new video on, and then I'm watching that one.
Dude,
he was
good stuff.
I was a little
today, wasn't he?
I kind of cringed when he pulled in that catfish because he pulled a Kevin when he got rid of it out of the boat. I don't know how far it flew, but I mean, the catfish flew away from him. And then he started pulling them big monster bluegills. And I thought, so I got to figure out where this spot is, because there were some bluegills
Oh, dude,
on his video.
they was giant bluegill and nice crappie. And
Oh man, they were nice crappie.
they was dandies, and I don't know what his length limit is down there where he fishes, but when you're talking about 12 and 13-inch crappie, that's a
You don't get any better than
Well,
that.
SK on his videos, he always says if it's not 11 inches, he ain't keeping it, no matter what the minimum is on there. So if it isn't 11 inches, he throws it back.
and he does throw a lot of fish back.
Oh, he sure
Good
does.
fish.
Yep.
Good fish, yeah.
Yep.
Fish
And
that
John,
that's a
people wouldn't
goodie.
throw back. So
Justin, that your comment applies to everybody but you. So just saying.
I've missed something here.
Somebody brought up a good idea. John Patrick Jr. When is the Catfish Weekly reunion? Never thought about nothing like that.
If you're talking about the trip up in Mendota, what is it, Mark? The week of the 10th?
Yeah, no, I think it's like the 14th. I'd have to check my calendar.
Okay, yeah. But if you go to the Facebook page about that we have up, the date is up there of the week that we are going to be there.
Mm-hmm.
13th through the 16th.
13th through the 16th.
That's
There
it.
you go. And
Us young pups are a little faster than you guys. So.
Just saying.
who's he
Yeah,
talking
but
to?
is that called a reunion?
Yeah, I must be talking to James, not talking to me.
But yeah, that's going to be a fun time. And Mark, there's giant channel cat up there. I think we talked about this the other night about Jonathan. How you pronounce his name? Music?
Yep. Jonathan from Hook Catfish was his last video was there. I kind of posted a link on that
Yeah.
Mendota page. I posted on a bunch of other pages. He
It,
was kind enough to let us use it to post on there. But that was that's Mendota. He caught a whole mess of fish. Not one of them, I don't believe, under 20 pounds.
Yeah, they was all. I think all of them over 20, and he laid them out. He's not terribly far from there.
No, we are not.
And
2 hours.
wow, that lake for trophy channel cat, I fished the Red River, and if I was strictly going after big fish, Cherokee and Mendota is where I'd go. Not saying you can't catch bigger ones on the Red River, but I did not. Numbers equal each other either place you go, but we caught the biggest fish by far up there in Wisconsin, and they have camping areas right in the city limits at the park up there for guys that want to camp. And there will be motels, which is where Mark and I are going to camp at a motel.
That's right.
So,
Together?
that's how you camp. And when you get to be a little more than a teenager, you start camping in motels.
Are you guys getting bunk beds?
No,
Maybe. Maybe.
no. I'm sure.
We're going to try to get up there. But like I said, right now, all of my traveling and stuff like that is kind of put on pause.
Right.
Right.
And we understand that.
Right, having some family issues, and so I need to get that taken care of, because that always is going to come first.
Absolutely, family first.
But if we can manage and work it all out, then we're definitely going to be up there. So
that'd be good. While you're making the trip, I will contact Harley and find out some more stuff about you that I don't know.
I'm going to lock him in the trunk, and I'm going to throw away a key. That's
What a great young man. I enjoyed that so much.
And the thing about it is, I'm going to have to buy a car with the trunk just in order to put him in the trunk. So if anybody has a cheap car, it doesn't matter if it runs or not.
Chad,
Buick.
Crossing Eyes want to know if you're going to Mendota.
We are planning on it, depending on vacation schedule. But yeah, we are. That is on one of the tops on our list. Yes.
Yep, it's. I think it'll be a lot of fun, and if you haven't caught a 20-pound channel cat, I'm telling you, it is. It's a sight to behold. But the fight that they put up in shallow water, and these will be pre-spawn fish, they will be having a blast.
Man. You know, how many days are y'all going to be up there fishing in it, Lyle?
I would like to say that Cindy and I will be up there that entire week. I don't know yet. It's a little too far away, but we'll be up there at least 4 or 5 days.
Well, you know, if all of you are going to be on the water more than one day together, why don't we just try to set up something through Catfish Weekly, and I can run it from this side and maybe do a one-day tournament against y'all all against each other. And then,
I don't want to fish against Dockery. He'll go find a trout pond somewhere.
No, it'll be catfish, no silver cats.
Cats only.
Pound for pound.
No silver.
That's what we're doing, pound for pound.
Hey, listen, you guys need to stop making up these rules as you're going along. So that
Chad, get a hold of him, will you?
Dockery. I mean, to me, well, I guess if Patriot couldn't make it, I don't know if it would be fair to put the bait shop versus Catfish Weekly and have them be down 2-0.
Once.
I think Lyle will have no problems finding somebody to fill in for somebody. So,
well, I mean, and if you think about it, I was representing the bait shop the day that I put it to Mark. So
that's true.
I'm just saying. I mean, we're just. I'm not going to say it because he's taking a drink now. He's going to spit his stuff off.
And that was my last drink too.
Entertainment.
Entertainment. Am I boring?
Oh no, he was holding off on saying something until you swallowed your drink, so you didn't spit it everywhere.
Yeah, I didn't want to waste that last drink either.
There's several things that Lyle has said tonight that me and Chad both are like, he shouldn't be saying that because that's opening doors up left and right. And this is a family-friendly show.
I'm trying to be nice.
We'll just sit back.
Setting hooks and crossing eyes, they are in 20 foot right now, so they must all be in Mendota Lake and not up in Cherokee, because I never found any water that deep in Cherokee, and Cherokee's where we caught all of them. And SKS Crappie Catching Adventures, the biggest one that I know of that come out of there, I caught a 29.8 or 28.9. I don't remember now. It's been years ago, but that was a stud of a fish. It was just a giant, and that was years ago. And I'll bet you may not catch it, but I'll bet there's a 30-pound channel cat in one of those lakes.
I believe there is.
Man.
Luke Hinches has gone up there and they did a video, didn't they? Or they were fishing up a river.
Yeah, and Luke is going to be there, or the plans are that he will be there.
Right, They've
Now,
gone
they
up there.
did a video where they went over into Manitoba too, didn't they? And fished
Yeah, that was
back
up
at
on
the
the Red
dam.
River. Yeah,
I think that was the one that I was thinking about, James.
yeah. That up there, they caught in what 3 or 4 days. They caught over 6,000 pounds of channel.
Oh yeah, they just
Jeez.
Oh yeah.
Woo, doggy.
that make for a
that's
sore back and some sore arms right there.
But
buddy.
that was 4 of them. But still,
Yeah, that's still a lot of fish.
no, that's just
Heck yeah.
constant reeling them in.
It would have taken Creole 8 months of his fishing off that dam for catch all that much.
Hello, Outdoor Edition. Thanks for joining us.
Them 1 pound fish, 6,000. That's a lot of fish, ain't it?
Man, oh man.
That would cost him a lot of chicken, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
What's that number stand for, James Dockery?
It's how many farm raised trout he caught, son of a gun.
Yeah, but wait a minute, wait. See, and Mark's in here. Mark's trashing me for catching these, hatchery raised trout, and he was sending me pictures of the hatchery raised trout he was catching the week before.
Yeah, but it wasn't a head-to-head tournament.
Betty says she's going to find that 30. I hope you do. I know there's more than
Yes.
one of them in there.
I tell you, I think that's my favorite catfish. I love catching them big blues and the big flatheads, but for pound, a channel fights you all the way to the boat. He'll fight you in the boat,
Absolutely.
and he'll fight you trying to throw him back in the water.
That's 100% correct.
Chad, what's your personal best channel cat?
Mine is only 12 pounds.
12. Mine's 14.
That's-
What's yours,
Still
Doctor?
a great fish.
15.6.
15.6. Mine's 14. Lyle, yours is what, 30? You said
Yeah,
just about.
Lyle's-
Yours is 15.
It was either 28.9 or 29.9. I can't remember. It's been too long ago. It seems to me like it was 29.9, but I may be off. It may have been 28.9. I just can't remember. I've got it wrote down someplace with all the length and girth and everything because I was always going to have a replica made of it and just never have got around to it for one reason or another. But
I'm gonna tell you guys. Hold on. We have a winner, Mark. We
Did
have
you
a
see a
winner.
message?
You have a winner. Where?
We have a winner.
Already.
This person just messaged me through Facebook, and it is Michael Murillo.
Okay.
All right,
Michael
well,
Murillo.
Congratulations.
Contact me with the answer, and I will verify. And I'll
Michael
blame
Morello,
Doctor
yeah.
on everything.
He texted me as well, and I sent it to you, Mark.
You did? Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah,
Yep.
that's okay. All right. But for the rest of you, I mean, still go check it out. See if you can't catch it, and then you guys will be able to say something. But anyway, so yeah, like I said, I thought we'd have a little fun with it because apparently the video of me going around is fine, but the one of someone else,
Wow.
So-
Talk about a bad winner. Holy smokes.
Sitting hooks and crossing ice as he has a 30-pound Fox River replica in his garage. That's outstanding.
That's
Oh, have
insane.
mercy.
I'll say the
Maybe
biggest
that's
I've ever
running
seen. The biggest I've ever seen from around here was 19 and a half.
Yeah, it's
That was big.
I don't know if for some reason you have to go up north to get them big ones because, well, they take them just commercial fish them just like they do blues and flatheads. But people don't eat them up north like they do down here
I'll get it.
for whatever reason, and that's okay. But Betty says channel is still her favorite, and she's excited about the trip. Might go whop Dockery's roofs.
Stay away from them roofs. They're just big now, getting fixed, man. Come on.
Thank you, Ernie. We're glad that you joined the show tonight. Guys, we've been on here for an hour and 10 minutes.
Wow.
I hope everybody enjoyed this as much as I did. Like I say, this will be the last one that I probably will be on, but not participating very much for the next couple of weeks. And that's why Mark is going to help us out. And you never know, James might have Dockery and the Chad on here with them. It's hard to say, but we have some guests lined up. But I won't be out too long. But thank you guys for all your concerns and well wishes. I appreciate it very much. Chad, James, Mark, it means the world to me that you guys would come in here and help us out tonight and talk about this subject. I thought it was something that needed to be brought out, didn't you, James?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Yep.
sir. I think that's going to be the up and coming attraction. And plus, like I said, I can see the challenges already, thinking people's got it in their heads who they can challenge. And sooner or later, Lyle, I think some of your bigger tournament people
They're going to take
might start accepting some of these challenges. And that would really help promote smaller channels, bringing in fishing against the bigger YouTube channels. And eventually, I would say, what do you think, Chad? Go a state to state and then progress from there?
Yeah. I mean,
You
right
know?
now there's been a challenge that I've laid out, but I haven't seen anybody kind of say anything from those people from the wrong side of the Ohio River. But they talk a lot of smack, but they don't stick up. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, man. Thank you, Chrissy. And
But really,
Lynn and all of you guys. And you're right, Betty, for Cindy, too. She'll need them. But LG, thank you guys. Appreciate it very much. Anybody that wants to do a one-on-one against somebody and wants it broadcast, if you do not have the inclination, if you need someone to monitor it for you and walk you through it, Catfish Weekly, Catfishing and Crappie, James Dockery Fishing, Fishing with the Chad, any of us will help you out. Patriot James can do it on his thing, and we'll all help you out of it and
yes, sir.
promote it to where you get the most amount of people watching that you can get, and we'll make it happen.
One other thing, one ton catfishing club, they're going to be coming up with their Teespring pretty soon. So you guys keep an eye out and look for that, and help these guys, help support these guys. I mean, there's a lot of us that, we come up with designs, for shirts and stuff like that. We buy other people's stuff, like Patriot James or Mark stuff, and and all this. Let's help actually support each other and show each other some love.
That's right.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
And Katie,
Bob, before we go,
yes,
can you pull up a set of numbers?
I can.
Let's give them the first brand new set of the rattling bobbers that I've made out.
All
I
right.
really want a set of those invisible bobbers.
I do too.
Yeah, if they're invisible. How many numbers do you want to go?
Let's go 2 rounds.
2 rounds. No, between 1 and what?
Oh, I don't know. However many we got in chat.
Okay, let me pull that up.
48
Oh, sorry.
watching.
I didn't mean to screw you up.
No, that's okay. Participants. Well, most of them are in there. I'll just pull a name out of there, put them in there. All the people that's in chat are in it, and you want to randomize twice.
That'll work. However you want to do it.
1, 2. And the winner is Kevin Baker.
Congrats, Kevin.
Congrats,
Kevin.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Contact me through Messenger, or you can text me at 704-600-8369. Send me your name and address, my friend, and you'll be the winner of the very first rattling bobbers ever to be made, buddy.
Woo!
Congratulations.
That's quite a deal. Now, before we leave, I do want to let everybody know that we're gaining on 5,000 subscribers on our YouTube channel. And when we reach 5,000, we're going to give away a fishing rod, a Black Horse rod that has all the 5,000. No.
No.
Smartass. 5,000 membership deal on YouTube. And we are really close on our Facebook likes. When we reach 10,000, we're going to give away one there, and we're at almost 8,000 now. So
Can we start advertising the Dockery bumping rod?
The what?
The dockery bumping rod?
The
Don't
dockery.
sound right.
Something's wrong.
The dockery catfish bumping rod.
He don't
What's
know
he
nothing
got?
about catfish, but okay.
You talking about bumping the roof of a building or something?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't make custom rods, Lyle. I'll have to melt them out of a cane pole.
well, I hear that noise and I love it. I don't know who's doing that, but thank you so much.
Where is that coming from?
That's gonna be my new ringtone.
It's everywhere.
It's everywhere you go, James.
It's like
you
Christmas music. It's
You're awesome.
everywhere.
You are so getting wrapped in lights and tinsel this week. I swear to God.
You know what, James? Whether you get to go to Mendota or not remains to be seen. Somehow, some way, somewhere, me and you got to get in a boat and go fishing this year. Coming
Yes.
up. Katie and Cindy can go
Yep.
along. You and I can sit in the front of the boat and they can catch all the fish. I don't care. I just think we're going to have some fun.
Listen, I think what it is. Listen, and this should be halfway between me and you.
Like
And
the
set it up. No, Columbia Bottoms.
Oh, that's
Columbia.
awesome. Yeah.
Columbia Bottoms, and just make kind of an open invite for everybody to
Yeah.
show up if they want to show up. Get close to Columbia, they can still go and for them old people that like Mark that has to stay in a hotel and all that. They're still close to Columbia for a hotel. That's not the finger you wanted to put up, Mark.
The city of Columbia.
Yeah.
Okay, there's a place or two up there we can go, or we could meet at Columbia Bottoms in St. Louis. That's a great place to catch giant fish. It really is. But somehow, some way, we got to make that happen. And with everything you got going on, it'd be a good time for you to get away for a day or two. And I know that we can put some entertainment together for people. I guarantee it.
Or that we could all meet up there at Mark Twain.
That'd be perfect too. I'm good with that.
So at least that water, and I mean,
Well, I've only been on it a few times.
well, you were alive back when they built it in the 1800s, so I mean that's.
What are you laughing at, Katie? It's not that funny.
Hey,
Yeah, what are you laughing at, Katie?
James,
Oh,
tell us who the guest is next week on Catfish Weekly. Everybody's going to love this.
we're going to have Combat Carl's going to be on next week, guys. If y'all been following him, he's went from where he struggled when he was in Texas. He worked all the time, but had to drive a lot of hours just to get to some decent water to catfish. He decided to move to Tennessee. So we're going to kind of follow his pursuit of the catfish from where he went to where he is today, and get your questions ready. I know it's going to be entertainment, and plus, he's going to be on the water with baits in the water. So we liable to get to see one of those hogs coming out of the Tennessee River up there, guys. So make sure you sign up, come check us out, and I know it's going to be fun.
awesome.
Yep. Sounds like a wonderful time.
Looking forward to it.
Hooked and crossing eyes. Do you smoke blues in the river this time of year? I used to. I haven't been out much this year with the COVID and this shoulder. I've been kind of down this year, but right now on the Missouri and the Mississippi River, Lake Ozark, Mark Twain, Truman, any of those places, you should be able to go out and knock the crap out of some quality fish right now.
And Lyle, that Kevin Baker that won them bobbers, I didn't realize I met him a couple months ago over at Sounds Club, and he lives near me. So
That's awesome.
we don't even have to melt him. We just meet up, shake hands again, and get him a set of bobbers. Appreciate
Well,
you coming in here supporting Catfish Weekly, guys.
Absolutely.
Gals.
Can't thank you guys enough for joining in the show tonight. Thanks everybody for watching. Be sure to tune in next Monday night right here on Catfish Weekly.
See you Wednesday night in chat, my friends.
Oh
Good night,
yeah,
everybody.
Break Your Games on Wednesday nights.